slowly, ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Ready or not, the preparation is mine.
Hello everyone, this is Michael Rice, aka The Connector, and we're here on the New Urban Network for another edition of The Connector Live. The Connector Live is a program that was developed to spotlight exceptional individuals within our communities. Today, I want to spotlight an inspiring individual, an inspiring and talented individual. Let me just tell you a little bit about her. She's a national performer, activist, and a founder of her own organization, Seraiah Nicole Creations. She had a leading role in the stage play Black Kid Joy. I believe that's right. She'll correct me if I got it wrong. She does weekly performances at Green Soul on Broad Street and in Philadelphia. And her latest single is I Refuse to Lose. She defines her music as vitalizing vocals, powerful poetry, and a passionate, interactive performance. So let's welcome Seraiah. How you doing, Seraiah?
Hi, it's Seraiah. It's Seraiah.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm thankful. I'm happy to be alive. I'm thankful for this opportunity.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I developed this platform in order to spotlight what people are doing. I know that you've been doing a lot of things. I mean, we got, like, me and you have a story together. I want to hear your story, but me and you have a story because I think I first saw you was on like the corner of Broad and Chestnut or something like that, or or in Concourse, and you were singing. Thing, and I was like really impressed by that, and that led to me booking you for a couple of performances. But what really amazed me though is I didn't even know that the name of the play was Black Kid Joy, right? Is that the name of it?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't even know that you were in that. I mean, at the particular time, and we had taken one of our programs, we took a whole bunch of people there. And then to see you performing there, so and then later on, we would run each other again in Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Yes.
That when you are, and you are, I didn't even mention that, you are the current Miss Black America of Philadelphia, and and we'll talk all about that. So just tell me something about where you came from, and kind of and your parents. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have always been performing since the age of 7 is the earliest I can remember. And my parents, they were artists as well. So that's how they met. They met through acting and performing together, and then they had me along with my other siblings, and they saw that I wanted to be a star. That's what I said when I was 5 years old, when my dad asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the first thing I said was a star. And they pushed me. They allowed me to be in acting programs every summer. And even when I was in middle school and grade school, I would perform in the musicals, play instruments, do all of that. And then I went to CAPA, the Philadelphia High School for the Creative and Performing Arts for Theater as well. So all my childhood and teenage years, I was always actively working on my craft. So it's really awesome because it's led me up to what I'm doing today.
Yeah, you know what? I was just going to say something that characterized your performances just made me think, and the word is passion. I see passion in your performances, and I know that you got like a captivating talent. And I just want to say this because this show, this program is all about people who have discovered their inner magnificence, right, and are able to tap it and bring it out. And it's a really beautiful thing, you know, because I mean, I got one of the things I have is vision. So I can see into the future, and I can see into your future, and I can tell you that there's going to be great things coming to you. You know, if you continue on your path and continue to be consistent in what you're doing, I can see that. But tell me, what other influences are around you besides your parents, or is the parents the most dominating force in your life, or is there other people that influence you in terms of your talent?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, my parents are super influential. Just seeing them be able to still act, even as adults, they were still acting and writing scripts, and they never let that die, and they were always incorporated into anything they would do when it came to work or doing their own retreats. They do a retreat called the Happily Married Couples Retreat, so they're definitely one of my biggest influences. And my teacher, one of my teachers from Kappa, her name is Mrs. Bass, and she is definitely one of my biggest influences because she taught that theater discipline is self-discipline. And I feel like self-discipline is key for the human being in general, not just for the artist, but the human being. Once you have self-discipline, you can navigate life with a whole pure point of view, to the point where nothing can stop you from going into your divine purpose when you're locked and loaded into self-discipline. And that goes in different ways. So shout out to Ms. Bass. And then like the celebrity influences that I have, I would say India Ivory, musically, India Ivory, John Legend, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu. I love gospel music, so like Jonathan McReynolds and people who have the message in their music. And I also love multi instrumentalist performers as well. So John Legend, he plays the keys and he sings. Nina in songwrites. Nina Simone, she's a huge influence, and she did the same thing. She produced her music. She played the piano and also sung and wrote so many beautiful songs. And most importantly, what I love about Nina Simone is that she always talked about what was going on. And one of her famous quotes is, an artist's duty is to, tell the times. And that stuck with me, and it still sticks to me till this day, especially with everything that's going on today. It's my duty to continue to talk about what's going on, and bring light to it. So yeah, those are some of my influences off the top.
Okay. Tell me about this, your organization, Nicole Creations. What's the name of it?
Yeah, so I recently started my own business titled Seraiah Nicole Creations, and pretty much what it is an entertainment service that we offer. And I'm super excited because yes, me as Seraiah Nicole offers performances, but also I book talent as well, with the light open mic that I do, formerly known as Top One Night Open Mic, and we will book DJs, hosts, all of it, everything, and be able to pay them for their time. And it was amazing. And so clearly that has stopped due to COVID-19. But what I've been doing on Light Open Mics Instagram is I've been doing live interviews of amazing Black artists of different spectrums, and it's been amazing. So just continuing to shine light on them, and so it's not just about me, but it's really about bringing ideas into life. And I love the fact that the definition of create, it means to bring into existence. So that's why it's called Seraiah Nicole Creations, because I'm bringing something totally new from my mind to existence, and that's execution. And I think that's really important.
So, Seraiah, how old are you?
I'm 22.
So as a 22-year-old African-American woman, at this point in time in your life, in terms of staying to your path and being true to your art, what challenges have you overcame, or maybe you're encountering right now in order to stay disciplined, as you said?
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, I'll speak about right now. I was performing consistently like every week before COVID, and teaching as well. That's one of the things that I do, and it's really been a tough transition for me because when you're a singer, just a performer in general, just a human being, you love to be in spaces with other people. You love to connect with people, whether it's in your own home or whether it's at an event. But when you're a performer, that interactive energy is so important, because I could, I enjoy singing on my own. I enjoy writing poetry on my own, but it's different when you know this isn't just for me. I know that my gift isn't just for me, it's for other people. So now I'm navigating, okay, how can I still put all that energy, that performance energy that I would do, and put it onto into a virtual setting, So that's how I've been navigating this, and also, just learning different ways to help other artists in this time. So because I know they're struggling right now too with resources and not having their gigs, and even venues, even actors. There's think about all the movies that aren't coming out this year. So think about all the delay in the payments too of all the actors as well. So the arts are suffering right now. Just to be very plain and vivid, they're suffering. So and I know for Philadelphia, the arts has just recently got canceled. Like the budget is gone, like completely, not budget cuts. It's defunded. So I'm just really learning how to process, okay, this is what I know, this is in front of me. How can I help and navigate through this? You know? So that's something I'm figuring out right now. Yeah.
Well, that's good. If you have some answers for that, please, share that, because we all encountering that there is a crisis going on. I mean, it's global, but in Philadelphia and definitely in performing arts and in social services field, there's a big cuts that have come here. So yeah,
Yep.
that is all our challenge coming back from that. But we're resilient. We're part of the people that would not die, right?
Indeed.
That's our DNA. In our DNA, that we overcome challenges. So I have great faith that we'll overcome that, and you'll move on and do even better things. So
Yep.
tell me about what is the entertainment scene, or what, for a young African American in your age range in Philadelphia?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question?
I was just telling them they was coming to Philly, and and they wanted to come see you somewhere perform, and just get the groove and the taste of Philly. Where would you suggest?
I'm sorry, it started breaking up, so I couldn't really hear your question in the beginning. Can you repeat that question for me, please?
Okay. Basically, I'm setting a scenario. We're inviting some people from outside of the city, and they're coming to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You are their host. Where would you take them? Where would you take them to eat and for entertainment?
Oh, awesome! Definitely, I would take them to a couple of places. So one, like I always do events, so I would take them to my event, because people always ask me, they're like, "Seraiah, what you doing in the city? What you doing tonight?" Because I always gather all the artists together, and then because that's the underground vibe. It's not too you can could just come as you are. Then I would take them probably like warm daddies, you know what I'm saying, so they can get the jazzy feel, but also get some soul food at the same time. And for real, Green Soul South, all of the awesome Black-owned businesses that also incorporate music, like, so it's a great combination, and it's community at the same time, just good warm vibes. So definitely though those restaurants, but also my own events in the cut joints, like the basement type vibes where it's just bands just going crazy and just vibing out, because I feel like you gotta if you really want to see like the real raw talent, it ain't always going to be in the
Now,
palace.
where is that? Is that South Street or is that West Philly or Southwest? Where's it at?
The in the cut parts.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, some are in West Philly, like the Sankofa House is known for all the popping events that it does, and I've done events at the Sankofa House, and it's just beautiful seeing just a packed house full of amazing artists of all different ages just coming together to just like do an open mic and vibe out and just eat healthy food, and it's just different experiences. So I would definitely take them to one of my joints and also take them to like Warm Daddies and Green Soul to get that vibe. Yeah, it's so many dope spots. It's hard. It's so hard, but that's the good thing. It should be that variety type vibe. So the music scene in Philly is very vast, and once you know it, it's like, wow, like this is amazing. Like it's so many different talented artists. Like it's amazing. Like if you think I'm I'm amazing, wait till you see all the underground people who don't have that recognition yet. It's crazy.
That is so true. That is so true. Our underground, we've always been a source of talent for, decades. Philadelphia's known for talent. So yeah.
Right.
So okay. So that's some great stuff. Yeah. What else I wanted to ask you? Oh yes, yes. Now, one of the things, and you just made a point there that Philadelphia has all this talent. And one of the
Yeah.
things in my book that I wrote, Be Magnificent, is spotlights talented people in the city. And I talk about inner magnificent, but I talk about that people all around you, that you are surrounded. That's why I said I always felt good about myself, because even if I'm not achieving or accomplishing something, I'm in the room with it, right? I'm in the room with it, and I feel the vibe. I thrive. And then I see somebody performing really well, like you perform. That just excites me and motivates me. That's your art. We all have our art, and when you find your art, and when you see somebody has found their art, who has found their talent, and who's finding their skill, and even since the time I met you, you've been growing and growing. Now, and we know there's two sides to this. One about your talent, and then it's about the business. So I see that you're moving into the business side. One of the things that I also write about is something I call urban networking. And that is the skill that you acquire when you're moving through your industry, when you're growing. So you start to get to know people, you start making connections, right? And whatever, and what it is what I found, I don't know, I'm asking you about this. I could meet somebody and they could change my life, right? And or change my direction because they got me involved with something and that led to something else. What kind of, you have experiences like that?
Yeah, I could say like you, in which like you had saw me and one of my friends just street performing, and that's something we enjoyed doing, and we were also raising money as well. And by you showing us, we were teenagers at this time, so by you showing us like what, like we can get paid to do poetry, that blew our mind. We, what I'm saying, like, because everybody that we was rolling with didn't know that, and we've been practicing these crafts for years and years and years, but to be a teenager and get paid to, one, be yourself, but to also speak your mind, but you're doing it for other people, and it's a really beautiful experience. So the fact that like those opportunities were offered, it showed me like, wow, like this is aligned with my purpose. So like by you stepping in and being able to say, hey, like, I want to support this. I see what you guys are doing. This is amazing. You know, that's one example. And even just like when, like, I was talking to Deanna Williams. She's an amazing host, founder of Influence Entertainment, and creator of Black Music Month with Kenny Gamble. And she was just telling me how, this was a few days ago, she was telling me how, like, my voice is essential for, you know, what's going on right now as an artist. And that really had me, like, it reassured me, because, like, wow, like, yeah, I can do this, and I will continue to do this, and continue to create and move forward and do what I need to do. So things like that is the amount of oomph all a person needs to keep going. It's that, you know, when your tank is on empty, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna give you just some more gas, and that's all you need, and everything will just continue to flow. So those are like just two examples that have really, like, you know, helped me. And, you know, like, I remember also street performing, and that's and that's when I even think about the fact that I was street performing, like, because I was doing that for a long time. And when I was doing that, you know, I didn't care. Like, I wasn't even concerned about, like, oh, stages and this, that, and the third. Like, I knew where I would be, but I started doing it just for fun, to build confidence, so I could be fearless. So because if I know somebody's just walking down the street and they're like, I don't like this, or they're like, well, I do like this. Okay, I'm able to handle that. I know I'm going to do this regardless of what people think. So that's really was for to practice fearlessness and to learn my voice. What is my voice? What do I want to say? You know, and by doing street performing, like, the Philadelphia Inquirer just randomly came up to me and was like, hey, we would love to interview you. I'm like, I didn't know it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. WHYY wound up interviewing me, just stopped past me. They're like, hey, we would love to interview you. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know, things like that. And it just reassures me to let me know, like, you're in the right path, you're in the right direction.
That's good. Now, you got to tell me about this experience. I know that you are I guess until the next pageant, you are the current Miss Black America Philadelphia. I know that you went to the national 50th anniversary of the pageant, and you won the talent portion of it. You only walked away with the contest. It was real close. Well, tell me about that experience. That's what I'm talking about. How did you get connected up with that and end up there and able to do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thankful, because I actually was just talking with one of the contestants from the pageant, the Miss Black America pageant, and the unity of the women that were there, it still sticks, which is beautiful. Like, till this day, like, the fact that we're still reaching out to each other, checking up on each other. Hey, how you doing? How's this going? It's beautiful. So I found out about it from the founder, and she directly reached out to me. She was like, hey, like, would you be interested in this, you know? And I was like, I don't really know. I've never done a pageant before. Like, I'm more like a tomboy, like the pants, sneakers, bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, sweatshirt type. And she's like, I don't know, I think, you know, it'll be good. And, you know, I gave it a shot, and, you know, she saw something in me, and that I never really saw myself doing. So by doing that, I learned I had to have confidence every single day. Like, it wasn't a option. When you're in a pageant, you can't just be like, no, you have to literally be your best self every single day. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed, like, okay, wow, this is what it's like to be your best self every single day, to make sure I look good and I feel good. And also, because it was a Miss Black America pageant, I didn't see my contestants as competition. I saw them as my sisters. So the fact that the ladies are they're going on vacation together. They're all like, oh, Seraiah, you coming, birthday parties. They're like, hey, you come. Like, it's really beautiful to know that after all of this is over, we still support each other. We're still like, oh, this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on. Okay, I'm a support. I'm gonna do this. So what I've learned the most about that is sisterhood. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have an organization, SOBA, Sisterhood of Miss Black America. I mean, it's global also. Because I know that at the pageant you was at, it was like national pageant winners. Miss Ghana, Miss Nigeria was there, so it was great. Yeah, yes, it was. And you know what? It was some good talent. It was in a highly competitive environment. I think of what it is iron sharpens iron, because not only did you have to be on your best self every day, you know that you had, even though you said they were your sisters, they was all kind of competition. Everybody trying to look their best, everybody trying to sing their best, everybody trying to be as poised as as they can be. And so you know every day that you got to get up and be that and be Miss Positive. And you represented positive. You did represent positive. You did represent.
Thank you.
Good. I told you
Thank
I'm proud that you know that you was in there and I'm proud how you represented yourself. Right. You know, and it's interesting that, you know, I mean, we keep running into each other, but it was interesting because I started with the Miss Black America pageant when I was in high school. When I was a teenager, that's what I met the founder, J. Morris Anderson. And Alita was working there, was learning there before she took over the pageant. But that's my mentor, one of my mentors. And he's the reason why, one thing he instilled in me is that you can do anything you want to do. All you got to put your mind to it. And once you find out what your talent is, then you should be using it. It's like your magic wand. And I think that's how you use your talent, like a magic wand. You don't want everybody catching stuff wherever you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Tell me something about some of the places that you perform professionally.
Wow. I've been thankful to perform at Temple University, and I've been thankful to perform. I really have to really take my time and think about it, because when I tell you I was performing every week, which is really, when I think about it, because we're in a slowdown right now, I'm like, oh my goodness. Temple University. Where else have I know I don't know why I'm blanking out. There's a lot of places that I've performed, but Your Sinus College, Silly Goose, it's on Broad Street. I don't know why I'm blanking out. It's what is this place called? The Kimmel Center. What else? Wow. I'm blanking out. I will try to find this list, because I actually have a list of like some of my favorite places that I have performed at. And
what's your favorite place?
I'm gonna try to pull them up. I'm gonna try to pull them up, because I know that sounds crazy not to say like what, but it was. I say this in the humblest way. It's just been so many performances that sometimes I don't even like remember all of them.
Well, tell me, what is your what would you say favorite artist performance that you
Okay, my favorite part. Okay, my favorite. Yeah, because for real, what I'm learning is it's not always about the venue too. Because sometimes it could be in a church, it could be, but I'll say this, last summer I got the opportunity to perform at the Fillmore, and that was like an amazing, the same day that I performed at the Fillmore, I performed at I'm blanking, the jazz festival. What is it called? Oh, Jesus. I feel so bad. I'm sorry?
It's in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
It's
It's in North, but Philly Soul Stock. I performed at Philly Soul Stock the same day. And then right after that I performed at the Fillmore, and I had a dancer, a lovely dancer. Shout out to Cherish Wimes. I was dancing with her, and we had this beautiful routine. We had our costumes made to fit, and it was just like, it was a hot day too. Like it was crazy. It was crazy, but it was great because I got to be amongst so many different people. They got to experience me, but I got to experience them, and the responses too of how they felt about the performance made me so happy, because I love to perform. Like that's something I just love to do. Like it just, if I gotta release, that's one of my ways to release, and I have to share my message with people, because it's not just for me to keep in. So the fact that I did it twice in a day at two big events, it was like, whoa, what just happened? Like what just happened? So that was a really super dope time. Yeah, I want to say that was last summer, Philly Soul Stock. And yeah, and the whole festival itself is called Jazz on the Ave.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about that Broad and to be more.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So it was.
Education sponsored that. One of the sponsors, I think. Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So tell
So
me,
that was.
who is the I guess would you say is the biggest artist or whatever that you have performed with?
With or opened up for?
Opened up for yeah, up for, I'm saying.
The biggest. Dang. I'll just name them. I'll name them.
Name it now. Yeah, maybe not the biggest. I just want to know well-known ones.
Well, no, okay. I got the opportunity to open up for this is a lot. This is really, thank God. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? Wow. This is really deep. I'm actually going to pull it up because I don't want to like miss out on anybody. Yeah, so I got the opportunity to open up for like Questlove and PNB Rock and who else? Kelly Price. So it's been a lot of dope people. I'm missing people out. Please, but it's if you look into my bio on my website, I'm gonna just go to it. Yeah, and it's a lot of dope people. But I'm thankful. I'm excited. One day I'll be on tour with some of these dope artists. And I'm speaking it into existence, because opening up for a Grammy Award winning artist is like one of the best things I never imagined that at all. I never imagined that at all. But it's happened. It's literally happened multiple times. So, and yeah. The Into In Festival too it was a lot of people there. And I know, like I said, I'm so sorry that I keep blinking out. But it was, when I tell you, like the Into In Festival itself, it had like 10 like celebrities like Monica. So I opened up for Monica, Kiki Wyatt, all in one night too. Kelly Price, that was all in one night. Kindred the Family Soul. Like, and this was all in one night, and it was more. It was more than that. So I'm just like, yeah, that's why I feel bad. I don't want to like miss out on any of the names, but it was a lot of people. So that was beautiful. And Philly was out. They was out there, and it was actually to honor Aretha Franklin, because that was the year she passed away.
Okay, that's right. So you got something you could share with us, a little spoken word or poem or a song or something?
Yeah, definitely for sure. So I recently dropped 2 singles. In February I dropped a song called I Am Me, and in March I dropped a song called I Refuse to Lose. And then this month I'll be releasing my first debut album, which is really exciting but also necessary, because it talks about, ironically, it talks about everything that we're going through right now. So yeah, here it goes. This is I Am Me in poetry format. I'm not the ordinary girl. eyebrows not on fleek, and I'm not the curviest girl. I'm quite petite, quite not quiet. I don't hold my tongue to speak, between bumptious and meek. Had silver lining in my mouth, so I'm quick to say cheese. And if you ask me, Seraiah been unleashed like a fro after transitioning days. I never had a perm. My straight ends had to go astray, and like a fro, I am bold. I will remain, and I crave to be myself, cause I am worth more. When you withhold a first class essence for your presence is a blessing. Know that negative mentality, it gotta get to stepping. So stump it, squish it. It's an ugh bug. And take a glass of positivity. It's time to chug and ride the train. Be the conductor, lead the way, be the learner and the instructor. And now turn up the sound, because it's testimony time. You see, I used to be the girl who despised the color of her eyes, dread to wear my kinky hair. I straightened for disguise, so boys notice me more with silky hair. I wanted to be considered light-skinned or fair. I used to hide from the sun because I believed it used to chase me. But now, I honestly say I soak it in and I let it embrace me. I learned to love my coily strands and I try to handle them with care. And now people come to me as if I'm some guru of natural hair. Man, I look at my eyes and I see beauty. I got my mom's eyes too, and they shimmer like jewelry. I had to upchuck the critique that I needed to better my physique. And I learned to love myself, not in vain or in conceit, but I've come to an understanding that Seraiah is beyond fleek.
If my audience wants to reach out to you, get all the information, give me some of your tags.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're watching this right now and you enjoyed what you saw and you would love to find out more, you can go to www.seraiahnicole.com. That's SeraiahNicole.com. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. My Instagram handle is Seraiah Nicole. And my Twitter handle is Seraiah_Nicole, and YouTube is just Seraiah Nicole. But you can find out about all of that if you just go straight to the website. And I hope you guys can sign up for my email blast. I love to give resources for artists and talk about the current times of what's going on. And most importantly, love to encourage you all. So if there's any way that I can help and support you, please let me know.
Yeah, please give a couple words to some folks that want to follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, definitely. Something that I always do anytime I perform is a mantra I created like this. I refuse to lose. I choose to be more than what you think of me. I'm defining my whole destiny. And with God alone, I have the key. And that's something I say to myself every single day. But here's another perspective, right? I refuse to lose. I choose to be more than what I think of me. I'm defining my whole destiny. And with God alone, I have the key. And I say that because we can be our biggest critics. A lot of times, people see things in us that we've never seen in ourselves. Every day, we're learning to love ourselves. We're discovering different layers of ourselves we've never seen before. However, on the outside looking in, a lot of times people can see the greatness, you know? And I say that to say, because we always tend to self-critique ourselves, let's be more than what we think of ourselves. Because we don't always say, well, I'm popping. We tend to say, oh, I got a blemish on my face, or, oh no, I did this, I messed up. No, be more than what you think you are, because you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are created in God's image, and because you are created in God's image, you are already set at a high standard and set at a high platform. So yeah, I just want to encourage everybody who's watching this. Anything is possible. Just continue to put the work in, continue to do what you love, and greatness will come into fruition.
All right, I want to thank you, Seraiah. And to everybody out there, this is Michael Rice, aka The Connector, saying keep connecting with your mind, your body, and your spirit. And then join us, because we're building a network, one relationship at a time. Peace. Thank you.